Yep, forgot to do the music today. Sorry. Okay. I don't know. How's that thing? Like I've heard it 1,000 times. I can't even think of them. Anyway, where we go? Very good. There we go. Press the right buttons. Okay. We'll wait for a few people to get here. I think we have two people waiting, and well, four people waiting. Hello, hello. Just make sure that the audio is off. Make sure that's working there. Give that a run there. Yes, that's all working. That's all working. Okay, we are up and live. Ah, it's so much easier if I just do it from my streaming platform now. Bing, it's all done. It's all. Anyway, because that's I don't have to touch that. That's it. It's just one button press now. Sorry, you've come in at a conversation that we've been having for half an hour. Um, I've got a new microphone for my streaming platform, which is there, um, and I've got a new channel, which is what we're going to talk about today. G'day Yak Lama. We want you, as people come in, we'll be doing this, and we'll be saying, go over here, check out this YouTube channel, because this is where we're going to be streaming live into YouTube. Because the only live stream I want to do in YouTube now is on the spot, on the street. Maybe mobile phone related. I think this sit down Saturday morning, 10 o'clock time slot is is we're retired, man. I don't want to have a job, you know. I don't mind. Playing games is one thing. That's just fun, and you can jump into my streams any bloody time you want, when they're running. And I'm streaming 5 or 6 days a week. So if anybody wants to reach out and just have a chat, then it's in Discord or on stream. It's all good, we will be doing some on-the-spot live streams down the track, with handheld devices and labial mics and stuff like that. Labial. How do you say that? It's a French name, labilia. Labial. All right,
I'm Italian. I don't know French.
it's one of
Oh,
those
I
little
don't know.
things.
I don't know Italian either. Come to think of it.
Can't even figure out where my labial mic's gone to. It's around on the desk somewhere. Anyway, yeah. So it's Saturday morning. Yeah, we will still be streaming Saturday mornings, but it'll be on this channel, and it'll be game content and stuff like that. But that aside, you can watch us die a lot, but still have your conversations between yourselves. And we'll talk about we talk about Thailand and talk about everything else. Talk about world events. Normally, we just try to focus this 1 hour on Thailand. That's all. We can do that anytime. Um, but yeah, so the rig's all set up. I can't easily show you the whole rig. I suppose I can. I think I might have a photo there. Photos. Yes, that's the new microphone. 3,000 baht. You just leave your money in the fridge, guys. I know you're not hearing that microphone. You're hearing this microphone, that was 2,000 baht last week. Leave your money. There's a little dollar thing. Help me pay for this shit. Not you, Jerry. Not you, Jerry. You keep on buying shit then all the time. Stop it. Um,
No, 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 no. You know what? Among friends, do whatever makes you happy.
right. That was the old microphone, right? But that's the setup now. I got the laptop over here, over on this sort of side here. But just make sure well, we'll go big so you can see it. So that's the streaming. That's the streaming laptop. It used to be my um, game server, which is when we run our own games. We put the server on that and run the games from that server. But it's now being reconverted into a streaming platform. Um, and yeah, so I basically take the main screen there and pipe that into the second computer. And it's a very nice, tidy setup. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing for the last week and a half, getting that all working. But yeah, I'm sure you didn't really want to know all that, but that's beside the point. Now you do. Anyway, who's here? 10 people
Where did
watching.
you get the microphone?
Oh, what was the name of that shop? Um,
Jeeps, I don't know.
well, that's in the video, isn't it? We shot a video. What was the name of the shop? Designed in the US, manufactured in China. Um, Yeah, the shop name is in Thai. I'd have to go and do a translation now.
All right. Nice
But
shop, though. I'm
oh yeah, it was
surprised they
great. Yeah,
did, yeah. And
yeah.
that drum set was awesome. The electronic drum set, man, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jerry's done.
that was expensive.
Yeah. Jerry has a plan now. He's going to upset his neighbours. He's going to get himself a drum set and what, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Why not? They'll be sleeping, so they won't hear it.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, I'm sure they will hear it, but that's beside the point. But it really just comes down to the thing that we've been doing this like live stream thing, I think for 5 years now. And it's just, although I've just tried to be here every Saturday, just go make a contact point for everybody, I just feel it's no longer a necessity in a YouTube framework. We would cover articles, and like Tim Newton does a fucking 100 times better job than me, you know. And he keeps you up to date with the news every day. So if you want a news, then Tim Newton, he's the guy, and he's the news anchor for Thailand. Good on him. Um, but yeah, so it just makes sense to me the fact that then we can focus more on the gaming content and build that new channel up and get things going. So make sure that you go know where to find that. So if I just go YOUTUBE, that should then give you, make sure that's working at least. Is that going to work today?
That came over.
Well, come on there, but it should now spark a response from my bot when I did that. Maybe I didn't spell it right. Let me oh no, there it is. You cannot use alias commands and okay, I've got it wrong. I've got to go and do a fucking edit on it. Nightbot. Sort of means say like I've got all this working on the other streaming platform, and now I've got to do it all again. Come on, log in. You cannot use alias. What did I do wrong there? So that was, I copied that one. Oh, okay. Because I gave it an alias. How about we just edit that, remove the alias, submit. Now it should work. Right, let me just go and check that again. 3, 4, there we go. There it is, so it works. Yeah, so go over there and hit the subscribe button. You've been told that. We'll be told throughout the today's chat, you'll be told to go and subscribe there, okay? Easy peasy. Anyway, so you've done it. Good. There it is there. Should have 9 now. Is that right? Refresh. Oh, look, we got 13. No, 9, 13 videos, 9 subscribers. I read the numbers wrong. There we go. The rest of them are being slack, of course. But anyway, I do have a couple of articles we wanted to run through this morning. What the hell was that?
That was me going back to the channel so I can get the comments.
Okay. Yeah. So this one here I thought was worth exploring and just giving the what's happening in the world. We're pushing EVs forward throughout throughout planet Earth to offset, a human dynamic that's causing global warming or global climate issues. And this Thai insurer turns around and says, top Thai insurer says no more new policies for EV cars. Later, it emphasizes renewals are case by case. Thailand's second largest EV insurer, Tokyo Marine, stops new policies and reviews renewal case by case following the guidance on high accident rates, costly parts, and falling car values. EV sales drop as concerns mount. I thought this was rather interesting, when we're sort of trying to move into a battery-esque environment. The insurance said, well, stuff it. Part of the problem, I think, I don't know, I haven't even read the article. EV, yes, I know I know most of the EV story. Parts for EVs are 50 to 60% more expensive than a normal ICE, and cars, according to the National Insurance Body, more prone to damage. Not quite sure how they could be more prone to damage, except for the fact that they were probably referring here to the Chinese ones, and I know they seem to be made out of a thinner steel. I don't know. Have you seen those Aura ones? No, they're always you just lean against them, they buckle. But yes, um, one of the things like that, like if you've got a standard EV these days, it's like $8,000 US to replace a battery. You know, the current models that they're using as an insurance, that's where the insurer picks a point of profit and loss, within the environment. And what they're finding, and those profit and loss statements on internal combustion don't match with the pricing models of the EVs anymore. Um, I really wonder if it's going to spiral and escalate, or the government's going to turn around and just say, well, if you want to be an insurer here, you're going to have to make sure your insurance, and then EV insurance is going to go through the roof. Normally, that's what they do, isn't it? Like they did that with the foreigners, didn't they? They just put our insurance up because. What's Jerry doing? What are you looking at, Jerry?
Asking a question. On average, how many less parts does an EV car have?
Well, EVs have less movable parts.
So an internal combustion engine has around 200, and an EV has 20.
Yeah.
So they're saying the parts are more expensive. There's a whole lot less parts to repair and to replace.
Well, if we use the battery for instance, which is your fuel tank, you know, their insurance model will have a replacement fuel tank at being 5,000 baht, but the replacement fuel tank for an EV is now like in $8,000, which is what's 400,000 baht. The model that they use for their profit and loss doesn't fit. It's a fuel tank. Just get the idea. This is the thing where this is where they got to redo everything, and this is, I think, it's a bit of a hedging their bets. But you insure a car, and then you say, "I'm sorry, no more insurance. You can't insure them anymore." Case by case, and I guess you're betting the case by case. Well, if it's a Tesla, they'll probably insure it. If it's a BYD or an Aura or something else like that, they're going to say, "Nope, probably not." Only people buying EVs are early adopters. They are now regretting that that their car's value has massively plummeted. Yeah, I saw that came through this week as well. Another article I caught, the fact that there's been a class action filed in Thailand against BYD or something of that nature, because they went to the car show and BYD is just saying, we've got discounted prices here. You got to snap this thing up. And as soon as the car show finished, about a month later, the prices dropped even further.
Wow.
And so people are just saying, well, you basically lied at the show. And they've got lawyers involved. I don't know where it's going to go. Yes, look, we definitely need it. Battery EV, in my mind, from a science perspective, is wrong. Right? It's a gap. It fills a gap in the ecosystem. The only way forward will be hydrogen powered systems using either internal combustion or what they call fuel cell. Once the fuel cell gets into mass production there, it'll change the whole ecosystem. You'll get no more exploding batteries and all that sort of stuff. But I've been saying that for 20 years, but nobody listens to me, and I'm not in the industry to actually make any sort of informed decision. G'day, Dallo. Good morning. How you doing? 5 days until you leave. Right, Sean. The only performance I can get in Thailand under 100 grand is an EV. The only performance I can get under 100 grand is an EV. Well, yeah, again, for the rev heads, EVs are a fun thing, but we'll be able to do that in fuel cell and ICE for hydrogen. That is the ultimate goal once they've got everything working. Right. The whole battery system. Yes, it's going to work for your portables, but it doesn't work for cars. Yeah.
Sean has to get here first before he worries about going fast on the roads of Bangkok, which is pretty much impossible with the traffic. So he'll figure that. Sean, you'll figure that out pretty soon.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going anywhere fast.
No.
Yeah, well, you got way too much traffic here, and then of course when you get to the open roads, the potholes and the soft edging and everything else, and
Yeah. I mean, expressway, super late at night. You can do a couple rips. That's about it.
yeah, but you're going to do rips. You can't really maintain it, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and like fast in Thailand is like 200 kilometers. No. That would be very fast.
I think the
And
fastest I've
that's
had the MG up is about 160, and that's about it. And that was only just a quick black to see what I
yeah.
could do. It had more,
gone
it had more legs after the 160, but I wasn't gonna. It just didn't feel safe after
Yeah.
that, you know.
Oh yeah. I went 240 on the expressway.
Did you?
That's about it. Yeah. In America, I've gone 300 plus. So, but that's since the
you
roads
asked
are
me.
so different.
Yak Lam was
So
asking
different.
for a friend. Is he? You can buy a performance tuk-tuk. Is that right? Right now, okay.
And we know people who make them up north in
Oh
Nissan.
yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
And he does a really good job with them too.
He does, doesn't he? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just for these people just coming in, I've got the new YouTube channel. It's this one here. This is the gaming channel. We're finishing up the Saturday morning live stream as of today. This is the last one. The only live streams we'll do on this channel is just live on the spot with mobile phone camera stuff set up. Again, it's just trying to organize the crew. I expected to have 15, 20 people in Discord by this time, just chit-chatting away like a Zoom call. And, Todd always wanted to capture that, the Brady Bunch. And we never even got to the Brady Bunch. And now Tim Newton's doing the Saturday morning news. It's really sort of, I'm just a mouth talking out here, and really makes no difference. Like to have you guys join us in the other platform, but it's going to be a little bit more random, more days per week. And as I said, as you can see for the schedule, that's 4 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago. That was all the testing and making sure the kit is working. It does match up with my Twitch channel as well. So we've now, over the last couple of days, got it set up so we are actually streaming to both platforms at the same time. So that's why I'm doing the switch over. Finally got the technology working, so it's all good. The last live stream, I've been here from the beginning. Yes, a lot of we all should be giving out fucking tickets and prizes. Yeah, you got through the 5 years. But yeah, EVs. Look, we have to go that way. There's no doubt about it. But mining, like the realistic numbers of a break even, cost for an EV battery is like it's got to have an 8 years life cycle to be what they call carbon neutral with the development and mining and everything else that goes into making these batteries, right? And if your battery lasts only 8 years, it's a never-ending cycle. When do you actually really go, green on an EV with a freaking battery? Yeah. And the technology they've got, I think Toyota have been actively developing the internal combustion hydrogen engine. That's on the market now, I believe. Their what they call it, their fuel cell, and Germany's bringing out a fuel cell system as well, or has got a fuel cell system in play. So, there's a big move into fuel cells, and we'll start to see that technology really improve over the next 2 or 3 years. And even Tesla has turned on, well, not Tesla, even Musk has turned on and said he's got a new direction going. He's going to go ICE and fuel cell as well. He realizes the battery technology is no longer the panacea we were looking for, especially when all the materials are coming out of China and they want to do a trade embargo, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I purchased an Honda Accord hybrid 47 litre tank, and I guess 1,000 kilometers out of a tank full. That's a really nice thing. Yeah, wonderful. Um, I get 650 kilometers out of my MG, and mine's just a normal ICE. So, um,
Now, just give me a blown 427 1970 Chevelle, and I'll get about 2 kilometers to the gallon, and I'll be very happy. You can have all your battery stuff.
yeah,
Forget it.
I know when I did my apprenticeship as a fitter and turner, right? The car I had in my first year was a Holden 5 litre. It's like a GM 5 litre. It was a
Yeah.
great car, mate. I think it's 350 horsepower. It was absolutely phenomenal. You know, my wage when I was a first year apprentice was $66 a week, Australian.
Wow,
It
big
cost me
money.
it cost me $25 a week just to fill the car. That was in 1978. It didn't
Yes.
leave much for spending money, that's for certain.
In
That's multiple
1970,
Phillips.
I was I was driving a 1973 TR6 in college in 1978.
Uh-huh.
That was a good car.
I'll
It
tell
fell
you.
apart. Actually, that's not true. It was a fun car to drive and a piece of crap to own. Everything that can break 3 times every other year did.
Hmm.
Constantly in the shop. But when it drove, it was a fun car to ride.
Yeah, Mr. Bear, good morning. How you doing? It's good to have you along. There's a link in the chat there. That's my new streaming channel for gaming and just general chit chat. We're moving all this interactiveness to there. The only live stream I'm going to do on this channel now is on the spot live streaming, which again, it's all to do with the algorithm and everything else. They say it doesn't affect it, and I do think it now does pull it down. Um, you know, when you start to sort of see, you get your views, and then you got separate views for your YouTube, which are constant, or for your live stream, and you go on, well, it's clutter now. Um, the past streams will still stay up on the channel, but yeah, we're just going to do live streams, on the spot. From when's the next meetup? Well, we just missed one. That was last night, so the next one will be when's the next one?
We need time to recover. My throat's got a frog in it today.
So 2nd of August will be the next one at the Down Under Bar. So you can definitely meet us there. Australia will apparently have 12 brands of Chinese EVs by the end of this year. Good luck with. Yeah, I know, and yeah, it's causing problems with Tesla because his pricing model, he's had to cut prices as well. He's barely breaking even on his builds now. Um, but yeah, it's an interesting situation. But I do believe that the ICE hydrogen and the ICE fuel cell will completely wipe the floor of these battery systems. So we'll see how we go. Has anyone bothered to tell Stephen Monash about this being the last live stream? Well, he can tune in at some stage. He's got 40 minutes to get here. I will. Can I even see? I think I got him on Facebook. So still, I should be able to send him a link. You could tell him anyway. We need to have karaoke night so we can bring my secret weapon. The next karaoke night will be what's it? July. I think he gets back. I think we won't do it till probably the 30th. Mr. T Trolls. What
Yeah, what's up?
the 30th? The 30th would be the next karaoke night, I would guess.
No, they're taking a break now. So,
Yeah.
because Two Snakes is in
Yeah.
Australia.
He said three
So they're.
weeks. So probably
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll be in Chiang Mai, so I'm moving.
yeah. So probably the 6th. Maybe it's going to be the 30th or the 6th is the next karaoke night. But anyway, that should work out all right. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to do, this is the other thing I came up with. This came up on my Numbero feed, and they did put out a cost of living snapshot. I thought it was an interesting look at. Now, the way that they've done this, they've put the data in reference to percentage differences for living in New York City, which is Jerry's hometown. He's a New Yorker. Is that right, Jerry?
Absolutely right.
Talk
St.
talk
John's University.
talk like a New Yorker. Come on.
I can't talk like a New Yorker. What's the matter with you, huh? You got a problem with the way I talk? I told you, I got a frog today, man.
Thanks, Dallo.
Somebody kept me out late last night drinking. I don't know who that was, but somebody did.
Maybe I got $2 towards my new microphone. There you go. I've already bought it. Now I just got to pay for it. Yeah. Anyway, so what got me is the fact that the cost of living is actually cheaper in San Francisco compared to New York. I would have thought it would actually be more expensive. There's only two places in the world that relatively more expensive to live in than New York is Zurich and Geneva. Mind you, those have a greater purchasing power for your dollar, though. What was that? Adelaide is more expensive to live in Sydney. Well, again, so you got to look at in my field or where I came from. We have these things called baskets, and a basket is a selection of products that they can use as a sort of a benchmark across different geographical regions or different cities and everything else. And what they do, they have a specific basket that they've used here. I think I put some of the details. The cost of living indexes provides on this website relative to New York City and baseline index of 100% for NYC. Here's a breakdown of what each of these means, but I think there was more data. I didn't capture all the rest of the data on the page. Unfortunately, they wanted me to pay for this article. I just scraped the data, so stuff it. Derp, hello. EVs are kind of dumb, yeah. It's like a fuel tank that gets smaller and smaller, but costs the same. Yeah. Yeah. Look, we do need the battery technology to get, the industry, what they call refocused or pivoted to the right direction. But yeah, batteries are on their way out as far as I'm concerned.
What is the Toyota technology they've been talking about for the past year? Have you researched that at all? They're supposed to have a breakthrough battery of some sort.
Oh yeah, the sodium batteries. But again, see, now you got to look at the weight factors and everything else carrying this around, whereas carrying what do you call it, a fuel cell, which converts the hydrogen into water and electricity. The fuel cells are lighter than the batteries, as far as I know. Your overall footprint on the what do you call it, the whole green aspect, you go green neutral with that sort of technology within 3 years, as opposed to an EV with batteries, which I think you don't sort of start to see a positive return on your EV green footprint until at least until 8 years when you look at the whole manufacturing cycle. But anyway,
Okay.
that's EV stuff. I've seen many articles over the years and followed up a lot of the information, but that's why I've always been sort of saying I think they're doing the wrong thing. It's got to be done with internal combustion, which is not efficient, but the what do you call it, the fuel cell is very efficient. Unfortunately, the fuel cells are expensive to make as well, but so was a catalytic converter when they first came out, because they have platinum. This is what we're going to deal with. Anyway, backing onto this, I was actually surprised with these numbers here. Like, yeah, Adelaide. How does Adelaide get more expensive than Sydney? I know Sydney's expensive to live, and I would have thought Sydney would be higher up in that list. But so okay, cost of living is 73. No, so it's 25 or 27% cheaper to live in Sydney than it is in New York, right? It's 49% cheaper to live in Sydney than it is in New York. Now that's shocking. So, like, if you're paying $2,000 in US a month for an apartment in New York, that same apartment, same location relative to CBD would only be $1,000 a month. I think that's what it means. Cost of living plus rents, the overall number, 62.9. So it's 40% cheaper to live in Sydney than New York. Grocery index, cheaper it's 20% cheaper to eat food in Sydney. 40% cheaper to restaurant price index. So eating out is close to 40% cheaper. But yeah, purchasing power is shit. This is what I found. You just, everything that you in Sydney is so bloody expensive. Doesn't matter what you do. Um, and of course, you got Adelaide, Sydney, I got the whole list. Bangkok. Melbourne's really expensive winter. The cost of heating, and again, they do the factoring over the full 12 months. But yeah, Bangkok. So it's 60% cheaper to cost of living here compared to New York. But when you compared that to Sydney, well, Sydney was there, so 73 to 39, so 70, 30, so it's 40% cheaper to live in Bangkok to Sydney, is effectively what it means. When you compare the rent, when you add this to the rent, this is where it really gets you on rent is really cheap here, which really brings the total cost of living plus rent down quite a good factor compared to both New York and Sydney. The worst part is the fact that Bangkokians and people living in Thailand have absolutely zero fucking buying power. Interesting stuff, though, isn't it? Did we want to look at any other particular? Give me a town we wanted to look at. We're just going to look at them all. London. That's pretty reasonable. I like how most of the top ones here are the United States, though. Like it's United States, United States, United States, United States.
That's why I live here.
That's why you live here, is that right?
Well, one of the reasons.
Yeah, and again, it's Western economies. What's so good about a Western economy? It's so expensive. We all need to go and move back to grass huts. That's what we need to do. There's good restaurant food in Adelaide is gourmet and Barossa Valley for wine. Yes. Good restaurants food in Sydney is the kebab and Tui's. Okay. Right. Sydney makes some pretty decent kebabs, yes, I have to admit. Tui's, no, I would think Melbourne Bitter. That was my preferred. Mark, g'day, Mark. How you doing? Can you rank by restaurant price index? Okay, restaurant price index. I did put a pivot on that. Pivot that column. If I can remember how to do that. That was a pivot. It should pivot it. And I'm not sort 8 to Z. I want high-low. No. Group by column. No, I want to pivot it. Oh, God. I'm so used to fucking Excel. I still haven't got all the ins and outs of this one here. We're just going to look down the list, okay? G'day, David. How you doing? What are the cheapest places restaurant foods? Well, again, it seems to be just going down the list. People are going to Vietnam. We've got India, Pakistan. They're the bottom of the list. They're the cheap places, restaurants to eat. We had a great road trip to South Australia. Yes, being Sydney, we would go to Hunter Valley, of course, which was better wine. But that's my opinion. India, Pakistan, Nepal. Cheaper restaurants in those places.
Do you see Da Nang on there anywhere?
Da Nang?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't see it.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. Again, I only scraped a page that had the data on it, and maybe if I paid the annual fee of $50, I would have got the whole list. But yeah, that was only showing 218 on the page. That's all I scraped. The list may be bigger, if you paid for it. But I thought it was a good example anyway.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yes, Stockholm, Sweden. Well, that was that share. What was that filter, wasn't it? Yeah. So I don't think we do too bad here for our lifestyle we lead. That is. Uh, I think where we really die is just local purchasing power. We really don't have a purchasing power like we would like. Things are expensive. Anyway, that was all I really had for today. I just wanted to sort of give people an up and running. The fact that we're going to be regularly streaming on my new channel, which I said before, my YouTube. So I want you to all bounce over there because I can check this right now. How many haven't subscribed to my channel already? Geez, we've got 9. Do a refresh that page. Go on. Still only 9. You don't want to. Fine, it's up to you guys. If you're not subscribed, then you're not going to see my stuff. Okay, you got my Twitch.
Hey,
You got.
I was number 9. Come on.
Yeah, I know, slackers. Come on, want to see those? We've got 15 people here. I want to go to. We need 15 more on here. Okay, quick, get over there.
Let's see.
Click. Oh, you already done. Yeah, I think you're already subscribed, aren't you?
I think I was number 1.
You think you're number 1 or something? Yeah.
Number 1 or number 2.
So,
gaming with you.
So this gives you an option of, you watch it on YouTube or Twitch. Most of you people are YouTube people, so you probably, prefer to, catch up on YouTube. That's why we did the dual streaming thing, or we're doing the dual streaming thing now. And of course, my main page itself also keep it all nice and collected. There is, from the main page, I did put the playlist, Our Star Citizen Life. And as every different game we play, I'll do a different playlist. But at the moment, we're doing Star Citizen. We're so close to the next release, Cargo, that it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I just got my new ship.
Get your new ship. What's the next ship you're going to buy?
I just bought the FC, the black one, the stealth.
Oh, the stealth one. Okay. Not that it really can do much stealth on it, but anyway. Yes, so that's what we wanted to update you with. We're going to be finishing up on this particular YouTube Saturday morning live because it's just getting harder for people to, allocate their Saturday morning 10 o'clock and it's 1 o'clock in Sydney, it's 2 o'clock and it's daylight savings and we don't get the US crowd. The US crowd's going to sleep and the European crowd and they're whatever. And 10 o'clock in the morning, it's just 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'm awake.
Well, to be fair, the U.S. crowd is Friday night right now. They're out partying. They're not sleeping yet.
No, we've had US people drop in from time to time, but I just think it's got to the end of the time where we don't need to do this anymore. It was a process of reaching out, gelling the community, but we've got our meetups, we've got Jerry's meetups, we've got my live stream channels. If you want to reach out, and we've got our Discord, then we're more reachable than any other Thailand YouTuber than out there. So, I just got to reallocate my time better. And if I'm going to build a second channel on YouTube, it's going to take a bit of focus. So, I think Shania should take over the Saturday morning live stream. That will certainly give the channel a bow. I'm pretty sure maybe she can do that, but it's probably not going to be 10 o'clock in the morning. She's only she hasn't even left yet. Like it's just 11 coming up to 10:30. Yeah.
Tiki's been working since 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very sad day indeed. My only reason for getting out of bed on Saturday morning. Yeah, look, you guys have been great over the last 5 years, and I really appreciate you there. And but as I said, it's just I just think it's served its purpose for the time. I think YouTube and live streaming is more going to be on the spot situational. And as I said, Tim Newton's now doing his Saturday morning. He does it regular daily I think 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning news articles. And he does that every day religiously, and he keeps people up to date with all the latest news and gossip. And we can go and hang out with him. It's a live stream. I don't know if it's still running, but is he still live? No, he's not live at the moment. But yeah, he does. He goes live. Tim Newton today. Tim Newton today. Yeah, so he does. So that was 28 minutes ago. But he does. So as you can see, 7 days, 4 days, 3 days. Whenever he can get it together, he's still doing news articles. Nearly every day of the week, and he does a good job. Got to give the guys. If you don't subscribe to him already, just go and subscribe to him now. He does a good job. He was formerly with the Tiger Group, but there was some sort of separation issue goes on there. We don't know the inside story, but now he's just doing it on his own. So he's got more creative flexibility or something. I think that's what he said when we met him. This gives him more. He just said he's got more creative flexibility. He can do what he wants without having a total line or something or other else. When we get to Yaklama, stayed a couple of nights at the Angus Hotel in Barossa. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, so as I said, this is just a move in a different direction. Again, it's just for me, my peace of mind. Trying to run two systems. And they do. They behave completely differently with live streaming. So, yeah, let's just call it quits here, and sort of, you know where to find us. And that's it. I'll do one more check to see if anybody else has subscribed yet. Come on. Oh, we got one more. One more. Yes. There you go. I don't expect it to be a big channel, right? But I've got some ideas we're going to do with this thing here, doing cut-ups and the what the fuck moments and everything else. You guys, you got to understand that gaming is a lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle that you can really get into here in Thailand if it floats your boat. Trolls loves gaming. He games all the time.
Yeah.
No, we're gamers. That's it.
Every day, pretty much.
Mark, as long as it's long, I don't mind. Yes. I was a lucky 10th subscriber, true early adopter. Yeah, good on you, lucky Lama. That's what we like to hear. But yeah, so nothing's, apart from the fact that we just don't do this other, nothing else is going to change. But now I can start to focus more on, what can I really do out there on the street live streaming? Coming up to later in this year, I should have the bike back in shipshape condition, because maybe totally closer we can organise rides again. We're still waiting, because I think he wants to get on the Sathon side. So he wants to come to the Sathon side, which is only bike ride. We could sort of say, let's meet at PopeKael. It's halfway between the two of us, and then we can head out from there and do bike rides. So yeah, that could be on the cards. That's if he doesn't sell the bike, that is. Don't sell the bike, Todd. I'm looking forward to plenty of 350 baht full massages. It's been really nice. Bang Chang has been a nice temperature and not overly hot. Yes, I know it, and you get nice sea breezes down that area. We don't, because we've got a mountain range behind us. Myanmar, we're in that pocket where it sort of just comes in, lands on Bangkok, and moves that way. As Robert would say, it completely misses Charm altogether. All the rain just goes over Charm. But yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah, it'll be gaming, but let's just let Tim do news. We'll talk about what's on the news, but let's from our point of view, which is what we've been doing. Yeah. Legit messages, legit massages. Massages. Yeah. That looks like it's spelt wrong for someone. Thinking Todd is still, unfortunately, Todd got stolen this morning by his girlfriend. That's why he's not here. So that's another thing. Of course, I can see that we're going to have some, contentious issues with, managing better, our better halves. Like, Todd's girlfriend surprised him by going down to his house last night, and that's it. No other plans. With 1 extra hour a week, you're bass playing.
I had to write it. I couldn't just say it.
What happened to Todd? Nothing's happened to Todd. He's got a girlfriend, okay?
Well,
His
that's what
life's
happened.
his life's over. That's it. Todd's been
Man.
told to do the housework, and so yes, I don't know what he's been told, but he now has to be accountable to somebody else.
Man, he went down quick.
No, he didn't go down. Like, he's been here 2.5. I think he did well to survive 2 years without one. Come on, you know. I came to live in Thailand. I had the girlfriend. You got here. Well, it was only 2 years before you got hooked. Yeah. Well, but you weren't. You actually had a girlfriend when you first got here as well. You found,
I
Tiki's
didn't
not.
have a girlfriend when I got here. I dated a little bit,
Yeah, you
but I
did a little
met Tiki
dating.
about
Yeah.
6 months,
Hmm.
and about a year, she moved in.
See, Todd really didn't even do the dating thing, in that period of time.
Right.
Um, PTSD has that sort of, you got to find the right people that understand. And even right now, I believe that there is still, she's not quite on board with all the difficulties of somebody with PTSD, because it's sort of like it's washed under the carpet in general discussion. It's been demonized in sort of some respects. Shell shock, and we would help every soldier in the First or Second World War for shell shock. Now it's called something different, and your veterans are basically pushed aside, and sorry, you're no use to us anymore. You're just a product, and you're worn out. You're out of here, and oh, you want a pension? I've been hearing now that they don't even give you a pension in America when you finish the services. Is that right?
No, you still get a retirement.
Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah,
You
I've
can
been
get it
I've been
after
hearing
20
this
years.
a lot of places. I said Thailand armed services. You don't get anything if you finish your 20 years in the service here in Thailand, as far as I know.
You do get a pension.
Do you?
You
You get a
have.
pension.
Uh,
Yeah, you get a pension, and
I,
you get a.
I
That's the
come.
only like it's the
Yeah,
guarantee. There's any government job you get this stuff. So
yeah.
even the government teachers and stuff, and the people that work in like the tax office and whatnot, they also get free medical and stuff like
Mm,
that at government hospitals, whatnot.
yeah. I was reading
And they
something a
also
couple
get
of yeah.
free
I was
train rides.
I was reading something a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know which country or countries that was like showing the different countries that you do services with. Once you finish, that's it. It's all over by the shouting. They don't. You're ended.
Uh,
You're no longer a tool that we can use. So fuck you. Can't remember who it was, but I just thought, really? 20 years service? That's it. You don't even get the gold watch, But
That
anyway,
can't be.
I'd,
After
I'd,
20
I'd have
years.
to I'd have to go and find out. It's something that's maybe I was just reading it wrong or something. I don't know, but I can't remember which country it was. There was a list of certain countries that with their armed forces that they basically just push them aside. They don't give a fuck anymore. Done your bit and you're out of there. You're a broken toy now. Talking about mental health challenges in Thailand is often yeah, I know that's one of the things we have to there are certain subjects, the topics you've got to steer clear of. We've had recent issues with Ben because Ben went off his medication about 2 months ago, and he's been having little you know, fits, I suppose you would call them. Recently, he had to go to the doctor yesterday again. Maybe he's back. I don't haven't found out. Maybe he's back on medication, but just haven't found the right medication to help him to get better. Um, but yeah, basically he fell over and he's got a little bit of a bruise on his cheek there where he face planted something. He had his fit, fell over, face planted himself against something, and he's got a nice little scar. Well, like nice little bruise here, and I think he cut his lip and everything else. Poor lad. But yeah, uh, I think he's got a reasonable quality of life. It's just never going to be the same for him. But That's what happens. Wear a helmet. But, we can say that after the case. It's not going to make any difference, is it? Anyway, well, I think we should wrap it up here. What do we got? We're 49. We're 50 minutes. I think we can finish up here. So yeah, this is the last one for the sit down schedule. We may do pop ups from now and then, but it'll that will take some redoing. So we'll work on it. At the moment, the only thing what we're going to do, we're just going to focus on taking the little gimbal, if I can remember where I put it, and keeping that charged up and do streaming from the mobile phone sort of gizmo setup. A little bit like I know sort of Tokyo Drew. I don't know what he calls his new channel. I think it's still Tokyo Drew to me. He does these walkabout live streams all the time, and the audience loves it. But he's walking around places like Tokyo.
Holy cow, I haven't seen his channel in years.
Who?
Drew.
Oh, he's still there. He's got 13.7K subscribers. He's actually overtaken me because that was my running partner in YouTube back in the day. We're always going up and down the same. Well, I've been off my game in YouTube for the last year because of the family issues, but trying to get that back into zone. But he does all these live streams all the time, videos.
What's the name of his channel again?
Tokyo Drew.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I unsubscribed to him.
Yeah. Well, he's recently been diagnosed with cancer and everything else. He's battling cancer and things like that. But he's still out there. He still does the stuff. He's still doing a job. Teaching people. I think he does a great little video. But yeah, so check that out too. Yeah. Okay. I think I've had enough. I want to go and get some work done. I want to get some streaming done. I want to go and we got work to do, trolls.
Oh, cripes, he's bald now.
That's the chemo.
Yeah. Wow.
But pop over, say hello to. I said he streams regularly. He loves Thailand too. That's how we got to meet and everything else. Back in my chair's feeling a bit on the uncomfortable side. I don't really like this one. Anyway, cheers, everyone. Hope you catch you in the person with been fun, Robert. Natty Stubbs, Todd. Yeah, look, let me just say you're all great guys, and we'll still be keeping up with you and what you're doing. But look, we can always go on, raid, Tim Newton's Saturday morning live stream at 9 o'clock in the morning and chat amongst ourselves there. There's an idea. But outside that, yeah, look, I said we'll still be streaming, but just not on this platform for this type of content. I don't want to be a news anchor. I just always wanted to talk about articles that would caught our eye as being weird or funny or, what the fuck, But it's all become what the fuck moments in Thailand now, so I don't want to do that. I want to do the weird and funny. There's not much weird and funny because everything's too serious.
I'll tell you what, when they do the next coup, we're going to be in a prime position to let the world know about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, when the coup does happen, we'll be out there on the street streaming it,
Yep. Damn straight.
Question is, Jerry, are we going to have the revolution in America first or the coup in Thailand first?
Thailand.
You reckon the coup in Thailand?
Yeah. The revolution in the U.S. will be way too extreme. That's the problem. Here, they can contain it very easily. Roll down a couple tanks down Sukhumvit and down Ceylon Road, and it's done.
Yeah, so if Trump does get in, that movie that just released, the movie.
Mm-hmm. Did they release it?
Well, I don't know. It's on my Plex. The movie we're talking about. It's actually quite a good movie. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I probably will go and watch it again just because it's one of those entertaining, thinking movies. It's called, which one was it? Civil War. Yeah. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely go check that one out. Civil War is a 2024 dystopian thriller film written and directed by Alex Garland. It follows a team of journalists traveling from New York City to Washington, D.C. during a civil war fought across the United States between the authoritarian federal government, and the focus in the movie is like it's the Trump government and several regional factions, which are the what they call it, the blues, isn't it? The reds are Republican and blues are conservatives, aren't they? I still don't quite follow the color scheme. You can understand. You can sort of tell me better what it is, but it's a good movie. I definitely sort of got.
It was a good movie. I actually saw it on IMAX with Chicky.
You know, 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's and 70% on audience rating. Definitely go check it out. It's a great movie. But
I will say the special effects were really pretty damn
Yeah.
impressive. So, the movie itself, as a story, was okay, but the special effects were damn impressive.
And I'm surprised The Boys hasn't been pulled from all airing. That is getting so dark now. Have you been watching The Boys?
I have not.
That is getting really, really, really dark.
Yeah, it's like free Homelanders. We just going off the rails.
Was he suckling on some tits last night? Seriously,
Yeah,
what?
because he's got a problem.
He's got a problem.
He
Yeah,
said he has a mommy problem.
he's got a mummy problem. All right.
Yeah.
This is the last year for The Boys, right? The last season.
I haven't heard of a. They haven't talked scripted any fifth season yet that I know of.
I think the only time I heard about it was when they said this was it, and I didn't even know the damn thing existed. So I'm going to have to catch up on it.
Oh yeah, and for all our Americans, happy Independence Day for 2 days ago. Yeah.
There's going to be the last fourth. That's going to be peaceful for a while.
I usually sit down and watch Independence Day, that movie. You know, it always makes me feel good that around this time putting on that particular space movie. But you binge watching, you do the first one and the second side by side. It's really quite a good, interesting read. Same with Furiosa. You got to watch Furiosa first, then the original, or the new release of the Mad Max movie, because it is continuous. It's like one big long movie now. Yeah, definitely worth it.
Saw that the other day.
Yeah, good movie. And The Acolyte's pretty good too. I'm quite enjoying that. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Nice night line of Bangkok. That's at Benchikiti Park, isn't it? Is that Benchikiti or?
So yeah. That's the little man-made lake there.
Yeah.
I'll be there tomorrow playing pickleball with Chris and Gon.
Now, look, I would play pickleball in an instant if I had feet that worked, and I could actually bounce on them, rather than just barely walk. But such is life.
You don't need feet for this.
Yeah, I know. He's on my case.
I know you're never, dude. I know you're never going to play. I'm just busting your chops. I know that you're not.
I do. I want to surprise you one day. I'm not going to tell you how good I'm getting. It's all make believe at the moment.
That's good to know.
The unit's over there. It gets picked up every so often, and get the feel of it. I want to master the nips are getting bigger from mental thing. I can't read. I don't have to play the song.
Just learn AC/DC.
But the nips, that's a good bass riff starting a song. Anyway, look. I've filled out the hour. I'm out of here. Okay, peace out, guys. We're out of here.
Say goodbye forever. Come on.
Say goodbye forever. No, I'm still here. I'm just not going to be doing the Saturday morning anymore.
All right.
Closing screen. So we'll catch you around. Catch you on the Twitch, on the YouTube. It's going to be fun. We'll try and be fun. Anyway, out of here.
Cheers.
So